Hello, my name is Eric Zimmerman. I'm the mayor of Normandy Park, and I'm here to bring you an update on some of the things that our city council and city staff have been involved in on your behalf in the last few months. Back to December of 2025, our city council at our regular meeting focused on a few different agenda items that I think are important. One of them was road safety, and this time we were looking specifically at approving improvements to the 4th Avenue Southwest and Normandy Road intersection. That's a place where we had identified there could be some safety issues and would be a good place for us to invest some of our tax dollars to make sure that whether you're walking, whether you're riding a bike, or whether you're driving a car, you're as safe as you can be inside Normandy Park. There's other places around the city that we're also looking at making improvements. We don't have unlimited resources, so the pace of these changes can sometimes be a little slow. But we have a good plan, and we've identified quite a few places where, as we win grant opportunities or as we have additional resources, we'll continue to upgrade our signs, crosswalks, and roads so that everyone in Normandy Park will be as safe as they can be. Another thing that we worked on in December was a acquisition opportunity that we've now completed an agreement and received funds and have done an acquisition to increase the size of Marine View Park, one of my favorite parks. But along the southern end of Marine View Park, we've added some acreage and some beachfront so that in the future, as we complete the design and integration of those additional acres, people using Marine View Park will have additional room to stretch their legs, both along the beach and possibly in other trail systems that we can open up in the future. But it's a great win for Normandy Park to be able to use county funding and some of our own funds to add to the green space that we steward as a city, particularly habitat and unarmored shoreline where salmon are known to come and feed during the salmon running season. So very happy that that one was able to be done. One of the other park acquisition opportunities that we've been working on more, and we talked about at our December meeting, is a park that we're calling Salmon View Park, which is down near the Cove. It's not complete yet. We're still working on it, but the City Council authorized our staff to engage in design planning and budgeting so that that park can be planned, designed, and then work can begin to turn it into a place where you can come and hopefully in the future, everyone can watch the salmon run during the salmon running season when salmon are coming up Miller and Walker Creeks to do some of the feeding activities and other activities that they do as a part of their reproductive cycle. But in the future, I'm pretty optimistic that that'll be a relaxing and interesting educational place for residents to come and enjoy Normandy Park's park spaces. One of the last things that we talked about at the end of December and then worked on in January was what we call our legislative agenda. But that's the set of issues, for example, public safety, that we work with the county and the states and the federal delegation on that could be statewide issues, or the way that state law does something, or the way that the county policies handle an issue where we feel like there could be impact on Normandy Park. And so we're very energetic and very active, constantly vigilant to represent what we think is our community's interests in making sure that as laws are drafted, thought about, or as policies are made in places like King County and places like the state legislature where there could be impact in Normandy Park, that we're really on top of those things and working well in advance to make sure that our residents' concerns or our residents' point of view is a part of the design and legislating process. And I myself am very involved in the legislative process, working with the state legislature, working with the county, working with other cities to try to make sure that we're constantly getting really good wins for Normandy Park. But if you ever have questions about that, feel free to reach out. My city email or my city phone number are good ways to get a hold of me. In February, we continued to talk about improvements to Mar Vista Park, a conversation that had begun late last year and into January. But we've got a pretty good plan now to update the parking lot, to update some of the sidewalks along the southern edge of the park, and continue to move towards an overall, what we think will be more usable and better facility for recreational events and featuring amenities like a parking pad for food trucks, potentially having a multi-purpose building in the future, and an improved playground. So we're going to continue to work on that throughout the rest of this year. And you'll probably see, if you're a user of that park, some of the work and some of the changes that are already underway. We also, in February, talked about with the city of Des Moines what we are now going to be doing, which is a very small boundary line adjustment. Normandy Park is just going to get a tiny bit smaller. But there was a section of Des Moines Beach Park that actually fell within Normandy Park. It had gone without notice for quite a while. I mean, if somebody knew, a few people knew, but we didn't talk about it much at the city government level. But now we've agreed with the city of Des Moines to just very slightly change the boundaries on the map so that all of Des Moines Beach Park will fall within Des Moines, and the city government of Des Moines will be the sole steward of the properties that comprise that beach park. In March, we were very happy to welcome to our Normandy Park team our new police officer, latest police officer, Officer Vladimir Tapia Pascasio, who graduated from the State Police Academy and graduated top of his class. We were very excited that Officer Blad is joining our team and also came through with already such a commitment to excellence and commitment to results. But you'll start seeing Officer Blad in the community. He's going to be working with his training officers to come up to speed on how things are done in Washington State law enforcement, and especially how things are done in Normandy Park, because our police department has such a special and close relationship with our community. We also talked about our upcoming America 250 celebration, and I think this year we might have an especially big party. You can continue to watch city announcements and communication about what we're going to be doing for American 250, but one of the things we're talking about is a really special it won't be once in a lifetime, but certainly won't be every year, fireworks display. Offshore in the water, especially big and celebratory and exciting. And we're looking forward to sharing more, hopefully, in the near future. But we'll be partnering with the Normandy Park Community Club, also known as the Cove, to try to plan and pull off what we hope will be one of the best and biggest summer celebrations in the history of Normandy Park. And certainly hope that you can put that on your calendars for the night of July 3rd. We're going to try to beat everyone to the punch on the 4th of July and make sure that we're some of the first ones in Washington State to have a really big, official, and exciting celebration of America's 250th birthday. One of the last things we talked about in March is the relocation of the Normandy Park Farmers Market, which many of you may have heard of or also are visiting and are customers of when it's operating in the spring and the summer. But this year, in 2026, the Normandy Park Farmers Market will be hosted by Mar Vista Park. And this is a slight shift from the parking lot at the town center where it had typically been to just a block and a half away. But there will be ample parking on the streets, in the parking lots, and sometimes, if necessary, across the street at the school. But we're looking forward to having a great summer of farmer market activity where a lot of great vendors and great produce and products from the local area will be featured. Other than that, we're tonight going to be having our April City Council meeting, and there was a few things we're going to be talking about, but I will make an update video to let you know how that meeting went. In the meantime, if there's anything I can help with or anything our city staff can help with, come down to City Hall, send me an email directly, let me know how I can assist.